Hey everybody, I'm Amber.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're Witches Talking Tarot. And I guess with these new microphones, we really don't need to do those couple seconds at the beginning anymore.
Oh, we don't.
We don't, because I didn't have to do any sound work.
Right. Well, I guess that's like more for like our YouTube viewers. They see us just like standing there for a couple seconds or just
it's fun.
Looking ridiculous.
I actually watched that earlier of today's episode.
The millennial pause.
It works. I like it. I think it works. I think that works. So today, Maddie and I are bringing you the art of scrying. What is scrying? Well, let's get into it. Not crying. Put an S on the front. Scrying. Also known as seeing or peeping.
I love that. I love the peeping. I can't
peeping.
I love that. So, like, when I was doing research on scrying, first of all, can we talk about the obsidian, like, mirror, scrying mirror things?
Well, I was going to say, I've seen the blacked out mirrors.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Well, I think I read that there was some... I have no idea who it was, but it was some... It wasn't a tribe. I don't think it was, like, in South America. I'm sorry, I don't remember. It wasn't in South America, but it was, like, somewhere. But they had, like, obsidian scrying mirrors, and they were black, and they were literally, like, carved to where you could see yourself through them. Oh, it was so cool.
That's cool. That's really cool. Like, I used to follow... Maybe it was Primitive Witchery. Mm-hmm. Maybe I do still follow. Anyway, I used to follow somebody on Facebook, and she made scrying mirrors where she got, like, old mirrors from, like, Goodwill or whatever. And then she made the surface still reflective but black so that it could be used for scrying more easily. We'll talk about scrying without the mirror being black in the next episode next week, so... Don't think we're missing out, guys.
And you don't just need a mirror.
Right, it's any reflective surface. You can use water, like that bowl over there on my ancestor altar, that black one. It's made out of a cow's horn. Or a bull's horn, yeah. And
that's a big-ass bowl.
Yep, it's melted down and shaped out. Yeah, Corey got it for me at some trade show, but I put water in that because it's a black bowl, right? Mm-hmm. So it gives me a dark reflective surface.
So how do you feel about scrying? I'm going to be honest with you. I have not scryed. Is that the word? I haven't. I mean, I have looked into...
That's got to be the word, right?
Right? I mean, I've looked into flames and seen what I can see
That technically counts as scrying.
Okay.
So scrying counts with not just a reflective surface, but flame, smoke, your own eyelids, which... I fucking do.
Oh my God,
I didn't know that was scrying.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
You look for divination messages in what's coming through while your eyes are closed.
That's almost
that is a form of scrying.
Intuitive scrying, because I feel like people who aren't even like spiritual do something like that.
Well, not everybody sees something when they close their eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. I was like, oh, yet another thing where I'm the weird one.
Eyes, like I feel like if I really focus, it's almost like I'm soaring through the stars. Is it like that for you?
I get that sometimes, yeah. Like, I look for what shapes are coming at me. Like, I actually watch for what's coming at me. Mm-hmm. I don't go out into it. I see what's coming at me because, like, I'll get different colors and different shapes and, like, yeah, it's really cool. And I didn't know it counted as scrying, but it does. So does looking at the clouds when you're looking for shapes. Okay, so this stuff is only scrying when you're using it for a message, right?
Intention.
Okay. Right. So, like, if you're just looking at the clouds and you're like, oh, that looks like a puppy dog, that is not scrying. But if you're looking at the clouds and you go, oh, that looks like a snake, I need to be on the lookout for, then that is scrying.
Triggers or something.
Right, yes. Or maybe fertility purpose. You know what I mean? Like, because snakes represent lots of different things. But
I feel like, again,
my first thought was an enemy. Somebody coming for you.
I almost wonder if people do that without realizing it. Because some people who aren't spiritual look for signs. And they're like, oh, I'm just superstitious or whatever. You know what I mean? But they don't realize.
If you are superstitious, honey, you are spiritual even if you don't think so. Because, like, the act of being superstitious, I'm pretty sure, like, part of the definition is, like, otherworldly stuff or supernatural something. Like, hence, superstition. You know what I mean? Because it has to do with, like, you know...
Soups.
Soup season.
Oh yeah, I'm so ready for that.
Oh yeah, me. Oh, I love soup season.
So, anyway, so one of the things that I read, I don't know. So we're gonna be doing an episode later on mirror magic. So I don't know if this is
right. That's why I was
okay.
like, if we do scrying first, then we leave that mirror magic stuff out. So then,
well, I
for
don't
the
know
next
if
episode,
this counts as mirror magic or
and we can
scrying
cover it
or
in both
because they're so entwined. But this was like, it was a Christian thing, I think, where people cannot see the angels directly because if they're too powerful, they're too beautiful, they're too.
I would put that under mirror magic because I have some things. Yeah,
the same thing.
Because like
then
Bloody Mary, I plan to cover in mirror magic.
Check out the next episode, then mirror magic, because I don't want to get into that. So I guess would scrying be contacting the dead, or is it specifically like looking for messages?
So like both.
Okay.
You could contact the dead through scrying. Like, so my biggest experience with scrying was with a crystal ball, because you can use crystal balls.
Right, I was going to ask
It was an
about that,
obsidian
yeah.
crystal ball.
Oh, nice.
I was Halloween night at midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And part of scrying, like one of the bigger things that most practitioners use is you get into an altered state of mind, whether it's through meditation or through substances.
Suggested, when I was
drinking
reading,
a glass of wine
was recommended before scrying. Cannabis, I imagine, would be a good one.
Yeah. That's what I used.
Acid. No, I'm just kidding.
That is also
Disclaimer.
Next episode. I have a story.
Because like I think I know what you're gonna say because I read something similar. Like, but anyway, go ahead.
But so it was Halloween night, and it was like midnight, and I was like, Persephone, guide me. And I think it was the year that I made the Samhain spray and oil for the first time, the Unto the Veil.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was using that, and I was like, spirits, come to me. Show me that which only you can see. And, I'm staring.
I'm already scared.
Yes. And I had my, like, when I'm doing, like, workings where I'm, like, reaching out like that, I had my triple layer of salt.
Of course.
So I had salt, egg protection powder, and then black salt, like all around me.
If you're
and
going
my
to
working
scry,
area.
it's always good to do it with protection. So it's the same thing with using a Ouija board or reaching.
Think about it like a magical condom. Don't leave home without it. I'm sorry when you're like, that was what I thought of. I was like, protection. Don't leave home without it. Damn. I wish we'd said that in our protection magic episode. Damn it. I'm like 2 years too late with that quip. But sorry. But yeah, you always want to scry with protection because you're looking for messages. Or if like Maddie brought up with like reaching out to the dead, you're looking at contacting something from beyond our world, whether it's beyond the veil or beyond our dimension or whatever you're looking for. You want to be protected. So I was just looking to kind of see what the other side could guide me through, In
the coming year, it's
right.
Which is New Year.
Exactly. It was Samhain. It's like one of the best nights for doing this. And like I got in a hypnotic state and I was just like staring, looking for the messages. And all of a sudden, like I could see stuff, but what I could see was behind me and I wasn't seeing a reflection, which is the weirdest thing. It was almost like I was watching me from back there. And it was like something came out from behind me, but outside of my circle. Mm-hmm. And I like jerked because like that fucking freaked me out. And then I came back, like crashing back to me in my body, in my reality. I said, thank you to Persephone for showing me that which only she could see. What if it was the shadow guy in the garage?
It could have been.
It could have been, because this was before we ever had our first episode. It was before I ever mentioned him, and he got pissy and kind of doesn't show himself as much anymore. I've never thought about that until this moment. But yeah, there was something shadowy behind me, peeking over my shoulder, but like from beyond my line of circle, of salt circle. And when I like got freaked out and was like, I lost my hypnotic state, came crashing back to myself. And I didn't do that again, per se. Not out of fear, but lesson learned.
Yeah, right.
I asked to see that which
you don't want to see.
And that is one of those things about scrying and mirror magic. Like, it'll show you things.
Are you wearing something with lemongrass?
Yes.
Okay, because I keep smelling lemongrass. That makes... I guessed it. Yay. Because I'm like, man, is it my clothes? Because I made a homemade laundry soap, and the essential oil that I used was lemongrass. But
Love
it's
it.
you.
Yeah.
Is it your body oil or something?
Well, I made a room spray, and so I had sprayed the room.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely smell it. It smells amazing.
Yeah, I thought, it gets to doggy smelling around here, so.
It smells really good.
Yeah, thank you. I can't smell it anymore, so maybe I just got nose blind to it because I didn't think it was still.
Maybe, because I can smell it all
you
the
can
yeah.
smell it. Oh.
Every time you move or something. I don't know if you sprayed these, but I can totally smell it.
I thought it would be a nice
So I kind of have a
ambience.
similar experience, but not. I don't think it counts as scrying, but I gotta share. So like I did this ritual in my old house, and it wasn't a bad ritual. It was to see the house spirits, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
And it was not on Samhain, I don't think, but I was curious, and of course, I did my protection as well. And I saw, I'm not shitting you, like, this was so weird. In my mirror, because I had, the lights were turned off and I had, like, the flames go in the candle. In my not mirror, my window, I saw what looked like a little rodent-like, but standing upright. Like, standing upright, but a little rodent-like creature run across the mirror. Or the window. It was insane because...
Like a reflection of him?
Yes.
Or... Like, was he running in front of the window, or was it a reflection in the window of him running?
I don't know, because it was almost like a shadow, like he was running in front of the window. But it wasn't a mouse. This fucker was standing upright. Like,
yeah, I was going to say, I see little bits of my Domavoy like that.
Yes,
I see, he's just
like
letting
that.
me know he's here.
Like a house brownie or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, your story reminded me of that. I don't count that as scrying, but I don't know, because it was reflected in the window through the flame.
I'm not sure how that counts, because
is that like more like a, not poltergeist, but like a manifestation? What's it called? What the fuck is it called when a ghost or a creature like becomes like you see them? Apparition.
Oh, okay.
So would that be more of an apparition?
Maybe. I mean, to me, if you were doing a working to be able to see the spirits in your house, I mean, I would think that was just like you having success in that spell. You know what I mean?
Right.
That said, like, from what I read with the scrying, it's specifically looking into the flame or the smoke, and like, so like you're staring at it almost like till you relax your eyes, right?
Right.
And then you're seeing what images come to you. Like,
well, and it's almost like tripping from what I read, like, but not.
You can.
Like you can look in the mirror
until you lose,
yourself. But
right.
That's a mirror episode, I guess.
Well, and I mean, like, from the scrying perspective, you are doing, like, you're intentionally doing that with scrying. You're looking into that flame or that smoke or that mirror or the bowl of water, which I want to cover next. And you're looking to lose focus and at the same time gain other sight. Yes. And crazy. See what comes to you. Because, like, one thing I read, I know I said I wanted to get to the bowls of water, but, like, one thing I read was, like, I do this thing where, like, I'll stare into the darkness and look for shadows to move and stuff like that. And that is a form of scrying. Like,
is it?
Staring into the darkness, looking for those messages, looking for entities in the darkness. That is a form of scrying. But, like, I would think probably one of the most popular ways of scrying outside of a mirror is a bowl of water where people, like, they melt wax into it, or like you had told me about people pouring oil in
essential
to read.
Oil, yeah.
Yeah, I've actually done it with flower petals.
Oh,
just for fun.
I love that. Yeah. That sounds fantastic. I love that. It sounds beautiful for Beltane, maybe.
Oh my god, it would be beautiful
like
for Beltane. I like that.
So for me, like Samhain, I guess I do want to do that. It's like the bowl of water, and then you pour essential oils. You can choose whichever essential oil you want to use. For example, if you want to look into see what financial things hold or whatever for you in the coming year. So I would use peppermint oil.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to see, like, I'm trying to think, love, I would use rose oil or possibly lavender oil or something along those lines. Like,
like
I
that.
would
Yeah.
choose the essential oil to go with what I'm specifically looking for.
That makes
if you're
perfect
looking
sense.
for nothing in particular and just to look into what to expect in the coming year, I would just use whatever oil you want. I mean,
Right.
for me,
Like, I'm over here, like, I would probably use Unto the Veil oil just because, to me, that seems like really powerful from the intention perspective.
Absolutely, right.
But, like, you mentioned using different oil for what you're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can do the same with, like, a candle and color magic with different wax.
Mm-hmm.
Or from the standpoint of herbs or flowers, you could use not only those intentions, you could do color magic instead of intention-wise, you know what I mean?
I feel like I've tried to do it with wax, but I'm a dumbass and I poured it and it just was like one giant glob. Like, I didn't pour it correctly. Do you know how to do that?
Okay, so yes, I actually, because I remember you told me about that. Like last year we talked about this. So what I saw was somebody that you're focusing on, you've got your bowl of water, preferably moon water or holy water of some kind. You've got your bowl of water. You kind of give it a little stir with your finger with whatever intention it is you're setting in there.
I imagine you could use your wand as well.
Yeah, you could use your wand.
Or athame.
Or your athame. Absolutely, I agree. Like, whatever tool you so choose, and give it just a little stir. I mean, you could probably just take the end of the candle that you're not going to burn and use that, and maybe gives it a connection with the candle and the water. Yeah. And then you light the candle, and you just kind of hold it at the same angle over.
While it's drip pouring.
Yeah, and it'll drip one at a time, and that way it doesn't clump. It's just one drip into the water at a time. Okay. And so they'll each be their own individual little piece of wax floating. And then once you have burned as much as the candle as you're choosing to, or whatever your spell calls for, then at that point, you will look for whatever shapes or letters jump out at you in the way these pieces of wax are moving together. Very much like if you're using the oil, you would look for the oil to come together in the water into different shapes or words, letters, whatever.
So
not that it's going to spell a word out. I'm not dumb, guys.
Reading tea leaves count as scrying then?
I was thinking that, but not when I was doing my research. I thought about it later.
Oh, right, because, like, you're technically doing all of those things. It's different than tarot. You know what I mean? Yeah, tarot is like literally telling you, or you know what I mean?
Right. And like with tea leaves as well as these other things of scrying, which I don't think, like, I feel like if we asked a person who read tea leaves, they would say, no, that doesn't count. But from the standpoint, it's like you have done the things and then drank the liquid and now you're reading what's left. So I feel like it would be the same as scrying, maybe a little bit different, but it's like the same thing.
Right.
Because usually you drink the tea and then you set the cup down and you see how the herbs fall in the bottom of the cup.
I want to do it so bad, but my problem is I don't like drinking like herbs or getting them stuck in my teeth. Is that what you were thinking?
I absolutely agree. But what if we made like a little... We could like market this shit to witches. We can make a little screen for the top of your cup. Then you can drink.
Sip it as you go along, and then you can take the screen off. It's patented. Don't fucking.
Yeah, don't do this. We're gonna do this. We make things. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, like no, but that's
like,
a great idea. Like for real, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I'm with you. Lolly made me some peppermint and mullein tea, and it's this dried peppermint and that dried mullein, and like
Did you get the mullein from your backyard?
No, I don't have any in my backyard. Oh. That would be so cool. It came from Fox Farm. But I do have mullein in my herb cabinet that I had a different cup of tea that came from not this past camping trip, but the camping trip from my birthday.
Nice.
Or was this last? Oh, I guess this last one was the camping trip for my birthday. Remind me to tell you a funny story that you guys, maybe I'll record it for behind the scenes, but I'm not telling the wider world this story.
Side note, mullein is really good for lung health. Like
so good
for lung health.
It tastes like a spinach tea.
My cousin has been like obsessed with it. She added it to her homemade Vicks Vapor Rub. She added it to a lung tea. She also added, I believe, echinacea and ginger. Ginger's really good.
Oh. Sorry, guys. That's our black cat. It's just black cat in the house. These witches.
Right. But anyway, Mullen is really good. You can.
It is super good.
Amber, you said you smoked?
I did. Because of the weather and everything going on. On Friday, I lost my voice by the end of the day. Saturday, I woke up. I was talking like this.
How did it taste when you smoked it?
It tasted like smoking a little campfire. That's what I told my husband. I was like, it tastes like a campfire in my mouth. And he actually enjoys using our glass piece for magical marijuana after I use it for the mullein, because he's like, I like the flavor it leaves behind. He said he doesn't like smoking the mullein because it opens his lungs up so much and he's not used to it. But like, I got my voice back. And it opens your lungs
up so that when you cough, it makes your cough more, more
now
productive.
I've been using it specifically as like, if I'm trying to get something up, I'm just throwing a little bit of mullein in my pipe and take like 2 or 3 hits. And then I hack, but it gets that crap right up.
That's the point.
That's the point. The point, exactly, because
So
when I drink the tea, it didn't do the same thing.
Could you use, like, for example, the mullein ash to scry, like put it on something?
Oh, you totally could. I'm saving it for my black salt right now.
Right, well, you could look into, like, your future, like, the health-wise.
That would be great.
Like, that would be great.
I love that.
I do, too. I'm just over here, like, there's so much. I'm definitely going to incorporate scrying more into my craft. I think I really want to do the candle. Man, I don't know, because I'm preparing for Samhain. All last year I did things every day of October, and I want to do that again this year, and I want to do something big again this year, and I guess scrying would be a good way. But now I'm like, do I want to do the candle or do I want to do the oil?
Well, why not both? There's 31 days in October. In theory, if you wanted, you could do October 1st, one of them.
And then October 30th first.
Well, 31st or 30th, yeah. Because, I mean, Halloween is the 31st, but either way, you could open the month with one kind and close it out with the other kind. And, like, because if you're trying to do something different every day,
dude,
that would be cool.
Oh, that reminds me. It is coming up on October, which means the veil is thinning, which means... not to be stereotypical and say
spooky season
are happening, but they really do be.
Great minds.
They really do.
Yeah. Yeah, they do though. They really do. Like, do you guys remember last week when we were recording? Or I guess it wasn't. It was last week because it was our premiere episode last Thursday, and this is coming out this Thursday. So, where I like was talking to you and then I looked at the camera, but my face was still pointed at you. Oh my God, that shit freaked me out, guys. Like that's no joke. That really happened. Like, this is the time of year for weird things to happen. I feel like that's not the only weird thing that's happened either. Like, so far.
Thank you. I can't pronounce your name for subscribing to us on YouTube. And
we just got a new subscriber.
I know. I'm like going to have to look at it and see how many we're at. So if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from these witches.
We appreciate you.
We really do. We've reached past our goal, which means we have to come up with another goal, and you guys are going to have to help us.
Well, and right now we have a goal of getting our 5th Patreon, because right now we have Earth, Air, Fire, Water. You could be Spirit. So while we're talking about patrons, thank you, Death by DVD.
Melissa.
Victoria.
I was going to say Melissa, but I wasn't sure.
I was like, I was going to say it, but then I saw you do it. I was like, oh, I'll let her do it and we'll go back and forth, because right now we have...
You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for supporting us.
We appreciate you guys. You helped... get these. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, seriously. And I just want to say something as simple as a share or a like goes, like, I don't fucking know.
It changes colors.
It changes colors.
No, like, it changes colors.
I just lost my train of
I'm
fucking
so
thought.
sorry.
I got distracted by the light and I lost my train of thought.
Since we got these, I've been like,
oh,
which setting?
It does.
Yeah, there's one that does. I didn't. I tried to find it. I guess you just have to let it go longer. I think it is. Yep, it is.
I love it.
That's fucking awesome. So thank you guys. I'm sorry, but Maddie's right. You were saying any little bit, like, you don't have to subscribe to our Patreon and pay us money. You could subscribe to our YouTube and share a video. Or you could subscribe to our Spotify or Good Pods or any of the other places that you get your podcasts. And then just like and share and rate and review.
Oh,
that helps us like immensely.
It really does. And so if you don't feel comfortable sharing, because we're witches and not everybody's out of the broom closet, if you like, it brings up the analytics or the, what do you fucking call it?
Yeah.
It brings up the analytics. It causes
the algorithm.
The algorithm.
Okay.
Fix the algorithm.
Sorry, because I was like analytics. I was right there with you. Because like here's the other thing: if you rate and review us, nobody has to know about that except us. Like we get to enjoy that 5-star rating or, whatever you think we deserve. 5-star rating. No, just kidding. But like it helps us get out there so that more people can enjoy your favorite witches.
So I'm curious, have you guys done scrying?
Right.
And if so, how do you scry? Do you scry at a certain time of year? Do you scry all year? I'm loving the idea that the thing that you said, like it's given me ideas for belting with the flower petals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Could you scry with like a fallen leaf?
Absolutely,
like
you could. You
leaf?
could scry with a fallen leaf in a puddle on a rainy day.
Yeah.
After the rain stops and you got like a puddle and you got the leaf in there and the leaf has water inside it too.
Yes.
You could like double scry, guys. Like, oh my God, think about it. If you, as a witch, you walk up and this like stump it's a dead stump and it's full of water and it's got like this one perfect leaf in it, and then that leaf has water in the middle and you just put a drop of oil or a blade of grass and you could double scry. You could double scry at the same time. Okay, I know I'm a little crazy, but like that was an exciting thought.
I'm just loving the idea of using like fallen leaves to scry in puddles, and I'm loving the idea of using the flower petals. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I think, because like that is one way that I've scried in the past that I really enjoyed actually, because I was just like looking for a message in the petals, like seeing like how they move together, like like gorgeous. Because it's like
I feel like there are some witches
dance
out there that would be like, oh, that's too love and light for me.
Okay, well then find some black orchids and do it.
Oh! I like that too. But in my head, I'm imagining like the wild Missouri echinacea.
Ooh, yes.
That's what those petals. That's what I'm seeing in my head, or even daisies.
Missouri has some beautiful wildflowers, guys.
It really fucking does. It really does. I don't know if you saw my recent picture that I took. I think I showed it
in your backyard.
Yes. So my husband and I have this like little section of our backyard. We call it our unyard because my backyard is like almost an acre. I think it's a little over half an acre. So like we leave less than half of it just completely untouched so the wildflowers can grow up and all that shit can do.
Love it.
And it's fucking gorgeous. It's covered in this white flower. It's not hemlock, I already checked. But it's covered in this white flower and it looks like a little forest out there and I love it so much. And I had to point to this.
That picture you took in your backyard?
I know that. I feel like we were talking about flowers. Oh, Missouri flowers.
Okay, Missouri wildflowers.
Yeah. So Missouri wildflowers. I have some in my backyard.
Oh.
Long story short.
No, you're good. I was like, I think it's about the picture. Maybe there were flowers in there. I can't remember. But it looked really great. And if you want to see the pictures of Maddie in her backyard, you should follow Peace, Love, and Tea Leaves on Facebook, and you will.
And check out Amber's The Color on Facebook too, guys.
Yeah, you can check out your Morning Witch videos or I'm your Morning Witch. Mama D knows what the fuck I'm trying to say, and so does Dustin. Thank you guys also. They watch my video like every day. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated.
Is there anything else you can say about scrying?
I don't know. I'm trying to think
I know, because it's a little 30-minute episode.
It's like, okay, so the only other thing that I can think of about scrying that I found in my research is it's like, it's completely undefined. Mm-hmm. You can do it in so many ways. I mean, cloud gazing.
Like, we've literally just talked about a number of ways that you could do it.
You can make it your own.
Look into, like, a painted canvas like that and see, like, for example, you have that one.
Yeah.
You see all the, like...
Oh, hell yeah. I feel like
know?
you could totally lose yourself in there and get a message.
Right? Like,
yeah.
abstract paintings.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
I feel like you could. Because there's that other painting you have that I absolutely adore, and I don't think it's anywhere here. It's the one where it's like you're looking up at the moon.
Oh, yeah, that's in my room.
I
with my,
love it. I feel like I could.
It's called perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually, yeah, it is.
Love it.
I've actually been thinking I want to do like a whole series and like perspective, another perspective,
yes.
a different perspective.
And it's all the same
and they're
thing.
all different.
Oh
yeah.
my God, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But
yeah.
like, so you could scry in paintings. Oh my God, imagine going to a museum, an art museum.
Oh my God, you could look into the past. Like literally like go up to a fucking Renoir and just stare at those ladies dancing. Maybe they'll start moving for you. Maybe they will choreograph an entire scene for you and you will get some beautiful message. My God.
Okay, but I'm over here like, I would love to scry in that one guy's paintings. You know?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Exactly. You knew exactly what I was talking about. Oh my God.
Because like the way he uses movement, you could easily scry. And I won't lie, like that's why I think I said the right one when I said Renoir. Because I love the series of like the ballet dancer paintings, and I'm pretty sure that's Renoir. If it's not, I'm gonna feel really bad because I'm pretty sure Monet does mostly like landscapes, and I think Renoir is the one that did the ladies dancing. But either way, like the way the artists use movement, you could totally scry.
Oh yeah,
you could totally like that would be so cool. Such a cool idea. But like the thing about scrying is it's very undefined practice because it spans time and cultures. All cultures, all different times, you can find scrying, or methods of scrying. I swear to God, we feed this fucking cat. Like, if you can hear him in the background, he's just a little bitch who wants treats.
Outside.
He does want outside, but he's been getting his ass whooped.
Oh no, by kitties.
Yeah, like he's got a bunch of we are trying not to let him out. Yeah, he's been getting his ass handed to him by somebody. But that is his problem right now.
I want to fight.
Yeah, he does. Little buddy.
Anyway, if you guys have scryed.
Yeah, if you're a practitioner, we'd love to hear from you. Please, you can let us know on X at Classiest Witches.
Oh my God.
And
I keep forgetting it's X.
I know. I always want to say Twitter, and then I'm like, no, it's not. It's X. And the 90s kid in me wants to be like,
I'm so glad you were thinking that because I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, watch our YouTube.
You see what we did. Yeah. Everywhere else you can find us is Classiest.
I remember getting in trouble for doing that.
Oh, my brother. I won't do it on here, but I'll tell you a story. Well, thanks for coming to sit
Thanks for coming to sit with us for a spell.
Oh, really? Our remote's not working, guys. Sorry. Damn YouTube.